Good morning, dear. Today we will talk about angles, their types, how we draw them, how can we name an angle, and the objectives that we will use in grade 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's start by asking what's an angle or how an angle is formed. A figure formed by two sides that have the same endpoint called vertex. Here, this is the vertex A. What's a vertex? It's the point of intersection of two sides or rays. If this is a triangle or a closed figure, I can say that AC is a side. While in this case, it's limited from A but unlimited from C, we say that's a ray AC or a semi line AC. Okay? Here is another ray which is AB. Look, it's limited from A but unlimited from B, so we have to use this sign. Okay? We said the vertex is the point of intersection of two sides or two rays. Here is the angle formed between two sides and two rays. Okay? What are the types of angles? Before indicating the type of each angle, we have to look at our protractor. Okay, we find it in our geometrical set. What do we see here? There's a red line indicating that it's a 90 degree. Please keep in your mind while measuring or drawing an angle, I have to start from the zero, not from the edge. Okay? If the angle here is formed towards the 90 degree, then it's a right angle. Okay, if it's less than 90 degree here, like the figure shown, it's an acute angle. If it's greater than 90 degree, I'm talking about obtuse angle, and we know that the straight angle is formed when we have 180 degrees. Okay, now here is an example of an obtuse angle. 70 degree. 70 is less than 90, so it's an acute angle. 90 degree is a right angle. 140, it's greater than, here it's wide, okay? It's greater than 90, so it's called an obtuse angle, while 180 is a straight angle, okay? Now, please, you have to pay attention to the vocabulary words that we are going to use here. Congruent angle means the angles that are equal to each other. Vertically opposite angles are the angles formed by an X shape. Okay, the angles opposite to each other, like the one above and below, are called vertically opposite angles. Similarly, the angles that are to the left and to the right, we will see each one of them in details. Now, adjacent angles are the angles that are neighbors to each other. There are many conditions, we will see them. We have complementary angles are the angles that form together 90 degree, and the supplementary angles, the angles that if we add them together, we will get 180 degrees. Okay, now we will see them in details later on. Let's start by congruent angles. Are two angles that have the same measure. Okay, the same measure. It means that they are equal to each other. For example, here, how to name an angle? We have angle MRN. We have to put the vertex in the middle, and then M and N at both sides. It's equal to 160 degree. This is angle MRN. We have here angle which is 160. How to name it? We put R in the middle. P. at the beginning, Q at the end, or we can inverse them. So we can say that angle PRQ is equal to 160 degree. And keep in your mind, we have to put the sign of the angle above the vertex, okay? Again, on the other side, I can say that they are congruent angles, okay? Since they are forming an X shape, so we call them vertically opposite angles. Similarly here, angle MRP equal 20 degree and angle NRQ equal to 20 degree. They are congruent angles, okay? As we said, the angles that form X shape, they are the angles opposite to each other when two lines intersect. Okay, definitely they should have the same vertex. Okay, if there's not the same vertex, then they are not vertically opposite angles. Two vertically opposite angles having the same measure, so they are always congruent. Okay, again, let's say here, what are the vertically opposite angles? MRN and the angle PRQ are vertically opposite angles. MRP and NPQ are vertically opposite angles. Okay, they must have the same vertex. They must form the rays or the sides must form X shape, and we say that the angle which is above and below are vertically opposite angle. Okay, the angles that are to the right and to the left of the vertex are called vertically opposite angles. Now, what do we know by adjacent angle? You have to memorize this well. Two angles are said to be adjacent. Adjacent means they are neighbors. They are next to each other. Why? Or in which case, if they have the same vertex, they have a common side, and they are situated on both sides of a common side. What do I mean by that? Here, for example, they have, I'm talking about ABC and CBD. Okay, they are adjacent. Why? Let's see. They have the same vertex, which is B. Okay, if we look at them, I have ABC and CBD, then we have the same side, which is CB or BC. This is the same side. Now, if I look at the same side, they are situated on both direction of the same side. Okay, we have to stand up at the side or mark to the common side, and they should be to the left and to the right. Okay, they have the same vertex, which is point B. They have the common side, which is BC, and they are situated on both sides of BC. Then angles ABC and CBD are called adjacent angles. Now, here they told me that these marks on an angle can make it easier to identify a particular angle, so we put this sign. Let me ask you, can we say that AOB and BOC adjacent? Let's see. They are adjacent. Why? They have common vertex O, common side OB, and they are situated on both sides of the common side OB. Okay, if we look here, I have an angle AOB, another angle COD. Okay, they have the same vertex, but they don't have a common side. Okay, AOB, their sides are AO and OB. COD, the sides or rays are OC and OD. They don't have a common side, so no, they are not adjacent. What about these? A and B. They are adjacent because they have common vertex, common side, and they are situated on both sides of the common side. as we said, in this case, there's no common side, so they are not adjacent. Here, look, this is the vertex of angle A. This is the vertex of angle B. They don't have the same vertex, so they are not adjacent. Okay, we have to start them a condition after another. We have to say, do they have the same vertex? If yes, I have to move. Do they have the same common side? If yes, I have to move to the third case, which third condition, which is they must be on opposite sides of the same side. Now, look, this one is confusing. Yes, there's a common vertex here. Okay, is there a common side? Look, this one is a common side, but if we look well, angle A is to the right of the side and angle B is also to the right of the side. So I cannot say that they are adjacent angle. They are not on the adjacent, they are not on the opposite sides of the common sides. Okay, thank you for your attention.